Good morning, all. This is Brian from Hearth to Hearth, and so today I want to continue and talk about, or not talk about, but make some pesto. Now, remember we made some cured egg yolks before, so instead of Parmesan, though, of course, we ate one of them, so I made four, and so I'm going to use some real Parmesan because of the amount I need for the recipe. I need just a little more than what the egg yolks provide. So we've got some hazelnuts here. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna toast them real quick on the stove here in the pan, and then we'll use this towel here to get these husks off. Doesn't have to be perfect. We have 125 milliliters of olive oil. We have a garlic clove, one of our garlic cloves, and we are going to now go get our basil. All right, so we're going to end up with about 20 grams worth of basil. You don't have to be exact. Again, a good large bunch is really what you're looking for, and 20 grams is quite a bit for basil. But being exact is a good way to, if you really like a recipe, to reproduce it. So that's just a recommendation. If we're talking about, if you want to do the egg yolks, these are roughly 4 will do. You're looking for roughly 60 grams. And you can top off with a little extra parm if you need to. Again, with anything, these are recipes. We're not baking here, so you don't have to be exact. So let's go get some basil. All right, we're outside. Got a thing here. We're gonna get some basil. It's about time for a lot of these anyways, so we're gonna give them a good cut, if they will actually cut, because these apparently don't want to, which is a-okay. We're gonna rinse them off anyways. There's that. This is saying about 30 grams, but that is with the stem, so I'm going to take all the leaves off here real quick, and we'll see where we're at, and if we need more, we'll get more. Alright, went and picked all the leaves off, and got rid of the stems. Now we're a little over 20 grams. Again, this isn't baking, so we're going to run with it. So again, that's kind of what you're looking for in terms of rough amount. You know what? That one looks like it's meat. Let's get a new one. Alright, that looks better. So, let's go back inside and get started. Alright, we're back in. So we've got the basil, we have our garlic clove, we have our eggs, we have our hazelnuts, and our oil. Now of it, really the only thing that's not from our garden is the oil and the extra Parmesan cheese. Because we got hazelnuts, so this is a great way you can really make this even on a small, acreage. You don't need to be on a big property with a bunch of animals to do this. Got a few chickens, have a couple of hazelnut trees, and even on the oil, you could do something like sunflower oil to make that. But we just didn't do that this year, so that's something we haven't really figured out. Oil, that's a work in progress. So what we're going to do next is move on over and get these roasting. Alright, you want this on a medium heat here. And I'm just going to add these to the pan, because again, we're not really cooking these in any spectacular way. But took these for about 8 minutes. And we're not looking to go crazy here. The other reason why roasting is good is this helps reactivate those oils and kind of bring them forward, which you want for making the pesto. But obviously you don't want to go too far. So yeah, we're going to do it for 8 minutes and we'll be back. Alright, 8 minutes passed. We are going to now transfer these to the dish towel, tea towel, whatever you want to call. That will work, and we're going to then just wrap this up and rub it to try and get rid of most of the... And rub it. And apology here, my cats. The door got left open, and they were outside. They're not outside kitties, but they decided today to be outside kitties. So they're not. Hey, that is rude. Yeah, so we're just gonna rub this to try and get those husks off. And we're not looking for perfection here. We just want to get those nuts. So you can get them already, obviously if you're buying them rather than growing them, you can just get them already peeled. Though it is harder to find in general. Like I find hazelnuts, unlike something like peanuts, are just, you're generally going to find them either in the shell or still with their thing on. Yeah, like I said, I haven't done this in a while, so I can't say my technique is best here, but hey, just goes to show you don't have to be perfect here. And really the point of this here is, you know, we don't have access to, like, if we're trying to be sustainable and self-sufficient, pine nuts are just not really an option for us. I'm going to pick out most of these that have their husks off. And we're going to be adding these all to the food processor. Alright, so I got most of them. I put those in first, but we're going to now add the rest of our ingredients. So let's add the garlic. And then we're going to add the egg yolks. And then I'm going to add the basil. I'll add the extra parm. And the remaining nuts that I have over here. So this is a small batch recipe for sure, rather than a large one. And partly because, you know, this is, again, I don't have a large amount of hazelnuts yet. Our hazelnut trees are pretty young. And so it's going to be a few more years before they are really in production. Hazelnut trees don't hit their ideal production until they're about 9 years old. And ours are about 4 or 5, so they just really started. This was really our first year, and I'm actually quite happy with the amount they produced. I add all the oil personally, but we'll get that going. I'll add about half of it. I'm going to add the rest as we go. And I'm going to say apologies for the noise. Alright, you're going to have to, every time we made pesto, you're going to have to tamp it down for sure. Do this. And dump that in there. Put them high. Just let this go. Give this a taste. Oh yeah. That was really nice. I'm going to tamp some stuff down. Personally, I think what I will probably do, this is my first time really doing this recipe. I think this needs more basil. I'm going to do a little more olive oil, not a lot, if needed, but that's quite good. I really like that. So yeah, I'm going to get more basil. And then, alright, and we're back. Just going to add a little more basil to this. Added just another handful, nothing crazy. So yeah, I'm just going to that mix in. A little more oil. All right. So there you are. There is our hazelnut pesto. And it tastes like pesto. Like the nuttiness is subtly different. You can definitely really get, yeah, you can definitely taste the hazelnuts. And part of, I know there's hazelnuts in there. If you didn't tell someone, I'm not sure they would really complain. So, yeah, you can freeze this and put it in jars, which I'm going to do. And that's a great way to use a lot of your different summer products, from your eggs by using cured egg yolks. All right, so yeah, that's gonna go get stored. And you know what? There's only about a spoonful left. I'm probably just gonna eat it, to be honest. So, hope you enjoy, and hopefully that inspires you to make your own different pestos and sauces. Again, this is really an easy thing to do with just about everything that you can grow and do it yourself. So we can do the basil, we did the eggs instead of Parmesan, do the hazelnuts, and if you really want to, you can certainly do your own oil. Something like sunflower oil is something that is definitely possible for home gardeners. And you're growing the right type of sunflowers, and then there you go. Which is something we're going to hope to do next year. So yeah, you enjoy and have a little pesto.